You're about to listen to our program Eng. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, interview guests, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we tried to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes the terrible siren.
One of us. One of us.
I am aware
I am a humble man.
that you feel you don't belong.
I won't say you should follow me.
You are welcome. You are loved. Join us, and we shall reach the promised plain.
I'm not boastful, and my chorus is more soulful.
One of joy,
Can see
one lacking pain.
what
We
you're
are the cult of Oz.
used to believe. Cause we've been through.
I am aware
Don't say it. I can
that
see
you
it.
feel you don't belong.
I don't wanna. You don't need it.
You are
Once again,
welcome.
what I'm
You are
needing.
loved.
Say it. I can see it.
Join us,
I don't wanna. You don't
we shall
need it.
reach
Once
the
again,
promised plain. One of joy, one lacking pain. We are the cult of Oz. Welcome to the Cult of Odd. I am your host, Odd, and with me in the studio is Billy.
Hello.
Billy's too far away from the mic, and he knows that.
Hello.
That's better. And my lovely concubine, Ollie.
Hello.
That didn't pick you up very well.
Why?
Because I told you, you have to speak with purpose.
Enunciate.
But I have no purpose.
Well, you got to find one for this. You're listening to the Cult of Odd, or if you were here last week, we were the Odd Pod. Next week, who knows what we'll be?
Probably sad.
It is.
No. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat room. I want to say hi to Mike Hunt. I love the name. Hello to Bitch Tits. Hello to Concubine. Hello to Mr. Dr. Cookie, who I have told needs to join us more often. And he said he needs to get out of the house more. So Mr. Dr. Cookie we'll have a physician on staff.
He's making house calls again.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
Not the kind of physician you need.
And we have Ace listening from afar at home tonight. Ace will
Yay.
be back with us, I believe, next week. It will be the first time that he's technically joining the Cult of Odd. That first time all over again.
It's going to be really uncomfortable because I am right now from that.
Why do you do this?
Like a virgin, indoctrinated for the very first time.
Are we going to church?
Well, I mean, rabbit following. Who dis? I see who dis. Who dis? Who dis? Who dis? Who dis?
Hootis, we had to prevent somebody from taking your name.
Yeah. Hootis, you really should make a chat roll account so you can just have Hootis all the time.
And nobody can take it.
Just saying. So welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight, or whenever you're listening to this, to the Cult of Odd. We are completely rebranded at this point. If you want to find us, if you want to share us, tell people Cult of Odd. You can find it pretty much everywhere. We are the only thing that you will find that is the Cult of Odd.
Join
for now.
us.
I'm
Chat
sure.
made me uncomfortable.
What?
Chat made me uncomfortable.
Mr. Dr. Cookie snaps rubber gloves on.
Aww. I hate it so much.
So, all right. So tonight we got a whole lot of show. There's one thing that a couple of things I wanted to talk about in the beginning. First, we have a brand new sponsor. Brand spanking fucking new sponsor. Big League Brews came on board with us.
I'm so excited.
Everybody give Big League Brews a big round of applause. You'll be hearing their commercial more often in our programming, and I'm gonna figure out a way to really just wrap the two together for a little bit. So, but for right now, you'll be hearing the commercial, and if you are so inclined, if you're in the area, if you live in Michigan, in the southeast Michigan area, you know, downriver especially, but you should check out Big League Brews. They're in Taylor. They have some of the best food, the best atmosphere, the friendliest staff, I mean, you could ever want if you're going out for a night at the bar.
Or you just want some nachos.
Yeah.
They're the best nachos.
Or you want a breakfast that you can't get anywhere else.
That chicken sandwich. It's really hard to get a chicken sandwich good. That was still the best grilled chicken sandwich I've ever had. So good.
And the owner of Big League Brews, Mr. Matt Taylor, his birthday was just the other day. He's currently in Florida enjoying Epcot, and I believe, if I saw correctly, he's running a marathon on Sunday. Apparently Disney does a marathon there, and he's running it.
Good luck. Have fun.
Well, he's super fit and healthy and likes to do active things like marathons and
With the
whatnot.
nachos he created, he's super fit. How?
He has to be. As much as the
You've
man
seen his menu.
he has to be.
You've seen his menu. It's still our favorite place to eat.
We don't get to go there too often.
No, we don't get to go there enough. We love that place so much.
Also, this week, so you guys know I've been doing all these interviews and stuff, and I've been having to watch stuff to get ready for the interviews. Well, I watched something that I wanted to watch in the process. And it's not that I didn't want to watch the things that I had to watch, but there was something that I had caught my interest, and I finally got around to watching it about a week or so ago, I think. It is a documentary / comedy special. It is Bobcat Goldthwait and Dana Gould. It is a movie called Joyride. There you go, Hootis. No, it's called Joyride, and basically what it is it's following them on this tour that they're doing together. And also they're talking about their life and how they got to where they are, you know, comedy-wise and whatnot. Really fucking cool movie. At least I thought. I like documentaries. You know, the funny thing about it is, like, at the very beginning of their tour, they're in a car accident.
Oh God.
And they get broadsided. One of the things that I thought was interesting is they both broke their ribs. Car accident. But they broke their ribs on each other.
I mean, it's what best friends do.
I believe Dana was driving. The car got hit from Bobcat's side. Bobcat was pushed into Dana, and their ribs cracked. So Bobcat's ribs were broke on the left side, and Dana's were broke on the right side. Yeah.
No thanks.
Perfect way to start a comedy tour. But no, what it was, the one interesting thing is I learned something about Robin Williams that I didn't know.
What was that?
He was an avid video gamer. Like, I knew he was into games and whatnot because he named his daughter Zelda, but, like, Call of Duty was, like, his jam.
He'd still love to be killed by Robin Williams.
Now,
Trash talking me.
Bobcat told a story about being over there, hanging out with Robin, watching him play. You know, this is before Twitch was a thing. I'm watching him play and just laughing hysterically at the fact that when Robin would own somebody, he'd click open the mic and talk shit to them in the genie's voice.
It's so good. It's so wholesome, yet it's still so toxic, and I love it so much.
The worst part is you would just think of somebody impersonating Robin Williams.
Yep.
You would never know.
I love that so much.
If you are so inclined, if you like Bobcat Goldthwait or Dana Gould, please, you know, by all means, go check out Joyride. It's worth watching. It was fun. It was informative. You know, you kind of get to get an understanding of why Bobcat was the way he was and what was, you know, basically pissing him off so much. It's been a week, man. Like, Tuesday and today were essentially my only 2 days off. And today I only had off because I made sure I got everything done I needed for today yesterday.
We got the new couch.
Yeah, we got our new couch for the studio space. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, Hootis. Jesus.
I've got you 3 wishes and it still won't make you good at this game. Nice. I had 2 interviews this week. I did one with Rico, a guy named Rico from Rico's podcast. Totally worth checking out Rico's podcast. He's a very interesting dude. You guys should hear that interview roulette, I believe, next week. And then the interview goes up for the patrons on the Patreon. And then this week, also, I got to speak to the writer of Jaws, Carl Gottlieb. And I only say writer of Jaws because that's like the biggest thing that everybody would know right off the rip. But
it was the first time I've ever seen you starstruck.
It wasn't okay. So there was a level of starstruck there, but it wasn't completely starstruck. This was a huge interview. This man is 83 years old. This man has been interviewed countless times. I had to do well on this one. Not to say that I didn't have to do well on the other ones, but this one interview specifically, I had to do well on. And the only way that I did well on it is Chris got shut off and Odd took over and did the interview.
Yeah.
But we've seen you do that before.
But this one was different. I came down and he immediately goes, "Get my pipe."
I needed to, because inside, I was just...
I came down the stairs and he was shaking already. It was great.
So, it was great. I can't wait for you guys to hear the interview roulette with that one. I actually ended up stumping him on a question from interview roulette.
Oh.
So that'll be fun for you guys to hear.
Can't wait to hear that one.
I got some editing and stuff that I got to do to it before it's ready, but you'll hear it in about 2 weeks. I've got more interviews lined up for the rest of this month. I'm a busy boy from here on out. So if anyone is upset because I'm not talking to them or not spending time with them,
he's working himself out of a job.
Yeah, I can't do anything for you.
Whoever that is in chat, it's probably you, because nobody else is having issues and they're responding to what we say live.
And depending on where it is, like how you're listening, if you're listening from a laptop, there's a player at the top that you have to hit play on. It doesn't automatically play for everybody. If you're on your phone, again, it doesn't automatically play for everybody.
You want the worst part?
Huh.
They can't hear anything you're saying. You just explained a whole bunch of...
Whoops.
Hey, I do the best I can. I blame this site. This chat make noise. What? Turn it off? I don't know. I can't help you. Someone else can try to help them. Anyways, so yeah, it was a great time, and it was just unbelievable to be able to speak to somebody who has been a foundation in Hollywood for so long. And I look forward to all the other interviews that I've got coming up as well. We've got new merch up at the shop. Yeah. Go check out the little shop of oddities. There's a link. Just go to thecultofodd.com and there'll be a link for the oddity shop right there. I spent time designing new stuff. I'm really happy with how it came out. Like, this whole week has just been a whirlwind of like new merch, new audio bits, new video things, new pieces, new everything. New. That's kind of where I'm at. It's just new. I see who popped in.
I saw who popped into chat.
So
Hello, Dollface.
Ace is like, turn it off, turn it up, back on again. See if that works.
We probably should not be taking advice on electronics from Ace, considering he's deleted all of his contacts in his phone on accident more than once.
But he knows how to turn things off and turn them back on again. Unplug it and plug it back in. Raise your hand if you've ever done tech support. That really is how you do things.
Hi, Dollface. Nice to see you in chat.
My mind is just everywhere right now. I hope you guys like the new intro and everything. I worked really hard on it.
It was fantastic.
I love it.
And I got to
so
give a big shout out to the Chinchillionaires for allowing me to use We Are Legion and recut it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, well, when I sent it to who I'm always in contact with the Chinchillionaires, they told me they really liked what I did with it, and it sounded intense.
Which, I mean, it should. It's the intro to the cult.
Yeah. Welcome. One of us. One of us.
Join us, friends.
I'm getting the full thing on the chat. So we have 9 online. The chat room's full.
Oh. Well. Well, then.
Okay.
That's weird. I didn't think we were limited, but, you know. We have the free version of everything.
We'll have to get a hold of Planky and see what that is.
Yeah. But we've got new sponsors coming in. We've got there's a whole lot on the horizon for this year for the Cult of Odd, and we're grateful that you're with us. If you're not happy with only getting the interview roulettes and only a part of the show, by all means, please go to patreon.com/Cult of Odd and join. For $5, you get access to all of the episodes, past, present, and future in their entirety, as long as you're a member. At $10, you get access to all that, and you get access to the audio version of all the interviews. And at the $20 level, you get access to all that, and you get access to the video interviews.
They are worth it.
They are. They really are.
Thanks, guys. Oh, shucks.
Seeing the reactions on people's faces when you ask certain questions,
it
throws them for a loop.
But it's completely different from the audio version, because, yeah, everybody will listen to a podcast, but it's so much different when you can see them.
You can't hear a facial expression, at least most of the time.
I hate you.
That's what my facial expressions sound like. But no, I mean, you're right. Like, there's stuff like I enjoy watching their reactions as well to some of my questions. It's because I like it when I ask something that really makes them think.
Yeah.
And I try to edit out a lot of the silence. The video I don't, because you can see them. In that case, you're looking at them, you can see that they're thinking. In the audio version, I'll usually go through and cut out some of the silences and whatnot. But it's when you really make them think with a question and an answer. Like I said, I did that with Carl Gottlieb. One of the questions I asked him off the interview roulette list, and it stumped him. He had no answer, and I was like, well, that's okay. We'll move on to another question. And we did, and he was like, hold on, ask me another question off your list since I didn't answer that one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It was great. It really was. I'm so thankful for all of the love and support that everyone has been showing as we take this trip to wherever the hell it leads. I have no idea where we're going, but
no clue.
I'm excited to go there.
Yeah.
Skoden.
Join us.
Yeah.
Skoden.
Actually, I think that's cultural appropriation. We're not probably supposed to say or
when
do
we're
that.
quoting a TV show.
Well, that's true. But tonight's interview roulette is Joe Castro and Steven Escobar. And Joe is a longtime friend of mine. Joe is a special effects artist. He works in both practical and digital effects. He's a director. He is responsible for a horror movie that I saw years ago. A friend of mine introduced me to it because we were sitting there talking about, the fact that I love kind of schlocky, B-rated horror.
Yeah.
And, and that's not a put down. I always hesitate to say that because it sounds like a put down, but it's not.
Oh yeah, it's only B-rated. No, they're fantastic.
Yeah. They're a definitive genre of horror.
As long as we don't hit like the C and D levels of horror, because
I love them too.
Those are even better sometimes.
I'm sorry, the turkey one, Thanksgiving, y'all can get the fuck out of here with that.
That starts out and like within the first minute of the movie, it's just giant jiggling breasts.
Look, I'm okay with the tits. What I'm not okay with is
About halfway through, I just have to stop.
Yeah, that movie was.
It was bad.
It was rough, but it was so good.
It was
Just upset because you had to see a turkey fuck a woman.
Well, that was when he noped out and came upstairs
Yeah,
like,
that's when I gave up.
Nope.
I was a little too hot for that at that point in time anyway.
But anyways, my buddy, had told me about this movie, Terror Tunes, and I said I had never seen it, and he was like, "I'll be over within the hour." It's like, I have it. I'm bringing it over. We're watching it together. We're going to get stoned off our ass, and you're going to love this movie. And it was almost like a threat. Like, you're going to love this movie.
I mean,
Story of my life.
He was right, though. I did love the movie. And what, interestingly enough, just a handful of years later, I actually get to talk to the mind that created it and actually have a really good friendship with him. So Joe is awesome. You should check him out. Joe Castro. Go look up his work. There is a ton of movies for you to pick from to sit and watch. And Steven Escobar is Joe's partner, both in business and in life. Steven is an editor on movies and TV shows. The two TV shows that you would probably know him best from his editing work on is he worked on The Amazing Race, which he ended up winning an award for. And he also works on Big Brother.
yeah.
And he also does a lot of the editing work and stuff for Joe's movies as well.
Yep.
So Steven is a really, really awesome dude. He's actually going to school to become a lawyer on top of being a television editor and a director and a writer and all the things that he does do. And the reason that he's going to school to be a lawyer is a noble one. He wants to be able to protect filmmakers.
Yep.
They started a group on Facebook for, people to share their experiences with distributors, both good and bad, people that you should stay away from, people that you should work with. And it is all about trying to protect filmmakers.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Both genuinely just very good people.
Yep. And I got
Good.
Steven to blush.
Yeah, that was great.
He's adorable.
Sweet people. Like, absolutely the most heartwarming two people.
Another great reason to go join the Patreon.
Yes.
You're gonna want to see him blush. You can hear it, but you need to see it.
Yeah. Tonight's interview roulette is a dual interview roulette. It's Joe and Steven. And they're answering different questions. I wasn't allowing them to...
Cop out.
No, you can't. You both got to pick 5 numbers. And they looked at me and I was like, I explained why. And they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's the thing. That's the reception that has been pretty much consistent with the interview roulette stuff is, hey, that's a really neat idea and way of doing things.
I feel like you should copyright that term before.
Interview roulette?
Yeah.
Well, if somebody wants to dump a truckload of money up to my door, there's a lot of things I could do with it. Just back it up.
None of them actually good.
Yeah. Bury us in money and we will put it to good use. I promise.
We're definitely not trying to build a compound.
Do not send money to the cult.
No.
Please send money to the cult.
No.
Please. Please send money to the cult.
Only via Patreon. Thank you.
Yes. Via Patreon, via merch,
Yeah, any of those methods, fine. Do not just give us money.
Well, they can't. They don't know where we live. Most of them don't know where we live.
But enough do. Enough do.
Every single person in this chat knows where we live.
Right, but there's more people listening than are in the chat. So.
Yes, but at this exact moment.
I know everyone that is in that chat, and none of them are backing a truck up to my house full of money.
No, but if they wanted, everybody could get the address from anybody in chat.
Shut up!
No!
Patreon
Look,
merch.
we already
Thank
had
you.
listeners from Quantico.
Yeah, that's true.
We already know what they're doing. It's okay.
They know where we live. They've seen where we sleep.
It's also not exactly hard to find us.
No.
Just don't give them more reason.
That's true. Hooters is the only one that doesn't know where we live.
Oh. Okay, Cookie. You don't have to type it like that, but okay.
I know where you sleep. So, tell your friends, tell your family. We want to grow the Cult of Odd to massive numbers. We also have a Reddit set up, r/Cult of Odd. You can join that at any point, and we'll give you a tag or a title. Dr. Cookie is our resident physician. Corey is our altar boy. Which is a great story there. So Corey's mom is fantastic. Corey's mom is a wonderful woman.
You gotta clip that. Corey's mom is fantastic. And that's just gonna be a button from now on.
Holy Mother.
The Holy Mother.
And so she was going back and forth talking in the Facebook group with us, and she was, I love my altar boy. We were talking about, because she had brought over these this pain relief bag. It's essentially an oversized cornhole bag, and it's filled with corn kernels. And you stick it in the microwave and you heat it up, and it works way better than an electric heating pad. I don't know why, but it does. It helps.
It disperses and holds heat better.
Yeah, it helped my hip so much better than the electric heating pad did.
You healed probably at least 30% faster.
Yeah. And we were talking about it, and she had said, well, Corey's probably got quite a few of them. He usually gets one every year. And I was like, yeah, I'm not taking anything used from Corey. I love him, but I know him too well.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, me too.
Fair.
And she's actually bringing me a couple of more. So when she feels better, because she is sick right now, but she's bringing more over to me. And she had said, when I bring them, I promise they'll be new, not used. And actually, Corey's mom's getting married.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2/22.
Yes.
Which is a Tuesday.
Is it?
Oh,
is.
no, it really is. Yeah.
February 22nd.
It really is a
2022.
Tuesday.
That's right. And we all should get tacos.
We
Why?
really should.
Taco Tuesday.
Okay. Or you could just make them.
Well, all I want is tacos. I don't care how they get here.
No, what he wants is me to spend 4 hours in the kitchen because that's how long it takes me to make my tacos because they are completely deep fried. They're hand done.
Look, lady, you should never showed me that you can cook and cook well. This is
Yeah.
all on you. This is completely your fault. You've got nobody to blame
I'm
but
gonna
yourself.
have to make a trip. We found a Mexican small supermarket
Oh, yeah.
out in Ipsy,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds me of Food City.
Ah.
It has all of the spices and everything, so we'd have to make the trip, but it's about a 40-minute trip one way.
It's
Yeah,
worth
it's like
it.
living in fucking McKee again.
Yeah, to go to any grocery store. Yeah,
It's worth it, though.
it will be, because if I can get what I need, because I do the typical masa, and I do it all myself.
Look, I don't leave the house much. Whatever you do is what you do.
No, that's fun.
I'm chained.
That's fun for you to tell your concubine.
I'm chained to the desk.
You're not chained anywhere.
The computer is my master now.
Wait a minute. She just had a left field.
So, share, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you push us out into the ether as far as we can. I appreciate all of the help.
I don't know.
I do also want to thank, he's probably not listening right
Hello,
now.
Mr. Brown.
But I do want to thank Matt Roberts for his help with the Carl Gottlieb interview.
Yes.
Matt is our research partner, helper, assistant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him and I take on the big projects when it's more than just what you can do, or
Well,
even more than I can do.
And you know, I got him working on some of the interview guests that I got coming up with questions and stuff to give me a hand, because it's fucking.
Chris, if you have a taco in your hand, which way do you tilt your head to eat it? I think it's left, but
I don't.
I tilt my head to the left to eat a taco.
I do too. But
I don't.
What?
I don't tilt my head.
Do you tilt the taco?
I tilt the taco.
well, there's your answer.
And hello, Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hoodis! No, Hoodis!
Yeah.
No.
Well, and also too, remember, I predominantly like soft tacos.
Oh,
Damn it, Horace!
damn it, Hoodis! No.
Spread out your tacos.
Oh
No,
man.
Hoodis, no. You can't just say that.
Oh boy.
Although I guess that is a truth.
Oh no. Hoodis,
Ouch.
no.
So, we've also got new music tonight. We have a new track from Snatch the Snail.
Yay.
There's his song called Sunk. You're also going to get a song from the Chinchillionaires called Born to be a Ghost.
Yay!
And you're also going to have Mulata Antisocial.
I'm really excited for anything chinchillionaires.
Yeah, we've got our Patreon shout-outs coming up and the interview roulette in just a minute. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. We've got a whole bunch of topics and stuff to go over tonight and some fun stuff. Michigan-based app that lets you remove snow, a man that falls in love with a robot and wants to marry her, man who credits staying
No,
young
he's not,
to
Mr.
drinking
Brown.
pee.
No, he's not, Mr. Brown.
The Reddit.
What about it?
Don't forget to mention the Reddit.
I did mention the Reddit.
Did you
3
mention it?
times already, bud.
No, I'm apparently.
Ari's running.
Yeah.
Ari's running point on the Reddit for us.
Yeah. Go to the Reddit. There's a live chat on the Reddit, too, that we check periodically.
I'm going there
Ari's
now.
on it tonight.
Yeah. So if you're on Reddit and listening to us, you can talk in the live chat there.
Mr. Brown,
Or
no,
you
he's
can join
not.
us in the live chat here on the website. We are pushing the limits of the website. So
We've never done that before.
yeah, we might have to look into seeing about how we can expand the user base of the chat room.
This is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Growing.
All right, so you guys are going to get these you guys are going to get
Okay.
Joe Castro and Steven Escobar in the interview roulette. You're going to get the new song from Snatch the Snail. You're going to hear an ad for Big League Brews. You're going to get the Chinchillionaires, Born to be a Ghost. And you're going to get Mulata, Antisocial. And also, there's a few other new ads along the way tonight. So make sure you stick around all night while we're doing this. You're listening to The Cult of Odd, and we will be right back.
Now it's time for our Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to C. Weezy, Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. Welcome to Anef for joining the Cult of Odd Plus. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/cultofvod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
We're going to move into interview roulette, and that way I can get you guys on your way. Joe, we're going to knock out your 5 questions first instead of switching back and forth.
Okay.
Steven, if there is a question that you want to answer, you're more than welcome, but you're not expected to.
Okay.
First question, Joe. Would you rather write 1 amazing script or 10 good ones?
Oh, that's easy. One amazing script.
Yeah. What's the best thing about your life?
I'm gonna have to say just the time that I've shared with Steven and my family here in Hollywood with Steven. Yeah.
Okay. Working with all the different materials and stuff that you have over the years for effects, what's the worst smell you've ever smelled?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's this weird clay. And I know that a lot of sculptors that sculpt in like miniature, like, maquettes and whatnot. And I don't even know the name of it.
Is it Sculpey?
No, it's not Sculpey. It's
Okay.
this weird wax. And it's a super hard wax. It smells so bad. I can't even be in the shop when they're working with it. But yeah, I don't know the name of it, but they're sculptors that sculpt in small miniature detail. They sculpt with this material. Yeah.
Okay. Which activities make you lose track of time?
The internet.
Scrolling?
Yeah. The internet. I mean, yeah, I would probably have to say, whenever, because not my work, I'm very time conscious when it comes to doing my work stuff. So stuff that, anything that has no bearing on my life whatsoever, like the internet, makes me lose track of time. Other than that, I'm pretty much on schedule these days.
All right. And the last one for interview roulette for you, unlimited free sushi or free tacos for life?
Oh, that's easy. That's going to be tacos.
Yeah?
Yeah, because tacos are you got like authentic Tex-Mex tacos, you have Mexican tacos, you could have Korean tacos because they serve tacos, and you have you have the white man Taco Bell, You have all kinds of tacos. You have this wide variety of tacos. Sushi's always going to have something fishy attached to it, and I may get tired of that after a while.
I have to say, I did not know what authentic tacos were until I moved to Arizona for a little bit. Now I'm back here in the north in Michigan, and I'm looking at the Mexican restaurants, and I'm looking at the offerings. We're like, this isn't real.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I miss it so much.
That's right.
In fact, too, it was the first time that I had a fish taco is in Arizona.
Yeah, I love fish tacos. Yeah.
Cannot get enough of them now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stephen, we're on to your 5 questions.
Okay.
What would you rather achieve? Make a record that sells 500,000 copies or make a record that influences 500,000 other artists?
Probably influence 5,000 other artists or 500,000 other artists.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's important too. That seems to be the message that I've gotten from both of you over the years of talking to you and knowing you is that, yes, you make no bones about it. You're doing things to put food on the table, as you said, but the whole distribution thing, the whole group and whatnot, that exists solely to help others.
Sure. And you want to kind of leave a legacy to the future generation. You want, 20 years from now, when people look back at the micro budget industry, hopefully our films will stick out. Hopefully people will say, oh yeah, hopefully we'll be a parody of ourselves 20 years from now. Somebody will have copied what we've done and, just like Friday the 13th and every kill that's ever been done,
Elvis or the Beatles, and why?
I didn't like the Beatles for a very long time until we went to go see the Cirque du Soleil show, the Beatles one.
Okay.
And Love, actually. And now I have an appreciation for the Beatles, and I didn't really have it as a kid. So I guess the Beatles. Was it the music just didn't speak to you, or? I thought maybe it was just like it just felt too psychedelic or something, but which is kind of funny because, I was a trumpet player and I also played in like symphony orchestra. So now, to me, that music from the Beatles was kind of orchestrated and, it was thought out and put together as like any symphony or any opera or whatever would have been put together today. Yeah, I grew up with an appreciation for him because of my mother. Elvis, not so much. That wasn't a big thing in my house, but I've always had that creative mind, and like I started with classical music, and then she introduced me to the Beatles, and then she sat me down and like at a very early age just said, "Do you know what the similarities are between the two?" And it was the complex nature of how everything is built up, like one thing upon another to create this amazing sounding thing. Much like filmmaking in a way, is like everything is built upon another thing, and the final product is something your average person couldn't even conceive. Exactly. What is one thing people buy that you think is a total waste of money? And I think this will be one that I'm going to let you both answer, because I think the answer is going to be interesting no matter what. Can't think of something. I don't know. You want to go first, Joe?
I'm going to say, only because of my career and like I ruin everything I wear. Fancy label clothing, like people spend so much on what do you call it? Yeah, like designer clothing to look amazing. Steve and I do buy nice clothes for the red carpet events, and that's always fun. But to strive to have, an entire wardrobe of like fancy clothes because somebody else said it's makes you important or amazing is I think is a waste. I pretty much like I was just telling Steven yesterday, I ruin at least 3 pairs of pants for each film because of working in the studio and working on set and getting things dirty. He's like, well, you need to start budgeting that into your budgets, because I wouldn't wear designer clothes on set, or
I'm gonna recommend scrub pants.
Yeah. I need like jeans. I wear knee pads when I'm working, that kind of thing. But no, it's nice to get dressed up. But I would have to say designer clothing.
All right, Steven?
I guess I would just say like cars, because you're gonna, if you buy a fancy car, you're gonna get another one in 5 years. So why spend all that extra money?
Yeah.
It seems like that every time I pay off a car, I buy another one. So
my goal is, if I ever get famous enough that I get to a point where I have the money, my garage will look like a Hot Wheels collection more than anything else. Not the fancy sports cars and not the crazy out there stuff. No, I want Ecto 1. I want the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I want it to look like a Hot Wheels, like a kid's Hot Wheels collection. All right. Why are there 2 taco questions in this? That's funny. You guys picked the numbers at random. Soft or crunchy tacos?
Crunchy.
Nobody ever says soft.
I'll say soft.
Yeah.
I like. There's nothing like a soft, fresh flour tortilla, like a Tex-Mex flour tortilla.
The crunchy always stabbed me.
Yeah, no, soft.
All right, last one, Steven. What superhero deserves their own video game?
Green Lantern.
Yes! Bravo!
Green Lantern's always been my favorite superhero, even as a kid. I had the little ring that you'd order in the comic book when I was a kid, and that was the only thing I ever ordered off a comic book.
I'm eagerly awaiting the Ryan Reynolds movie. We won't really talk about because even he thinks it was trash. But did you guys see the Snyder Cut?
Mm-hmm. The new one
of the Justice League. Yeah. I was entirely I squealed. My wife was like, "What is wrong with you?" When they showed that big fight scene and the lanterns were there, I was like, "Ooh, they're on the screen. That means they're coming. They're going to do it eventually."
Let's hope so.
Yeah. At least if they do it, I hope they do it right.
Yeah.
Joe, do you got anything for that one? I don't know if superheroes are your thing or not.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, no, all of that's kind of. I enjoy them. I enjoy all those films. I liked the Green Lantern movie a lot, and I liked all the cheesy stuff.
There's got to be one.
Yeah, and then the new Venom movie I liked. I liked that. Yeah, I like all that cheesy stuff. Yeah.
I like the back and forth that they did with Venom and Eddie. Honestly, it was like old married couple bickering.
Yeah, no, it was all good.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you. I want to thank you again for joining me and being willing to do this. And again, being the very first interview for the Cult of Odd.
Well, thank you, Odd, for having us on the show again. We'll be in touch, and have a happy rest of your holidays.
You too.
Is intense. It's making so much sense that it makes no sense like this. Hook, line, and sinker. We got you now. We got you now. Like a hook, line, and sinker. Look at you now. Look at you now. Oh. gun about as broke as an unfunny joke, like this hook, line and sinker. We got you now, we got you now, like a hook, line and sinker. Look at you now, look at you now, look at you, oh. Look at you now. Like a hook, line, and sinker. We got you now, we got you now. Like a hook, line, and sinker. Look at you now, look at you now, look at you, oh. Look at you, oh.
Tired of regular bar food and bar atmospheres? Do you long for a place that feels like home, where you're treated as family and not just another customer? Then Big League Brews is the place for you. Their menu is the most extensive in all of Downriver. They have an excellent breakfast selection, and they're also well known for their burgers and wings. But hey, if you don't want to believe just some guy on the radio, Big League Brews has been voted best sports bar in Metro Detroit by Click on Detroit 6 years in a row. They have the friendliest staff and a wide array of cocktails and beers, 26 of them on draft, with new creations regularly. And if you're looking for work, Big League Brews offers the most competitive wages with great medical and dental and vision benefits and plenty of paid time off. So what are you waiting for? Get on over to Big League Brews, located at 20428 Ecorse Road in Taylor, Michigan, or head to bigleaguebrews.com for more info. Big League Brews, go beyond ordinary, eat and drink extraordinary.
In the places that you hate to visit, the graveyard people were born to be politicians. Some born indoctrinated by the schools. Some were hired for the rocketing chart positions. I was born to be a ghoul. I was born to be a ghost. I was born to be a ghost. I was born to be a ghost. I was born to be a ghost.
The Cult of Odd welcomes you to adorn yourself, your walls, and even your loved ones with our high-quality structural as well as body adornments for you to share our love with the world. We have all manner of material objects for you to covet, from posters to clothing to bean juice mugs and even stickers.
I'm gonna need more stickers!
Give your love to the Cult of Odd today. Then you can force that love onto others. They want it. They need it. And they won't survive without it. Head to our little shop of oddities now and support the cult with your love.
You can be true. Try to look deep inside.
Welcome back to the Cult of Odd. I'm your host, Odd. Thank you for joining me this evening. That was Snatch the Snail with Sunk, The Chinchillionaires with Born to Be a Ghost, and Mulatto with Antisocial. They are all great bands, and we urge you to not only seek them out, but add them to your playlists. Buy their music if you want. Support the bands that are basically supporting us as well.
Yeah.
Each one of the bands that I play usually will put a shout out for the Cult of Odd and let their listeners know, or let their fans know that you can hear their music here. So let's jump into tonight's topics while we still have some fun size left. Grand Rapids, Michigan, a Michigan-based company is making it easier for residents to get their driveways or walkways cleared of snow without even stepping foot outside. That's right, there is a new app called Quick Plow that lets residents order snow removal service to do the work for you. Quick Plow is also the name of my porn tape. Look, I'm not there for a long time. I'm just there for a good time.
No, the best part is just her. She got herself after the fact that it's just.
But no, this is kind of cool. It's it's an Uber for snow removal.
But it's sad that it has to be a thing. Why? Because
you want to go out?
It's the city's job to plow the street.
This is driveways and sidewalks.
Okay, so it's not the other one.
No, but the picture they show is of a truck plowing a road. I would imagine that if you lived on a dead end street and could convince your neighbors to help you chip in for it, they might be willing to plow your street for you. I don't know.
This fucking
why are you on Quick Plow? Why are you?
Private roads.
Yeah. But right now it's in Grand Rapids, but if they do well, they will expand into other cities and
we would do that.
Yeah.
We would do that for our sidewalks alone. We would do that.
I just want to rip up my sidewalks and lay down heating coils underneath them and then relay the sidewalks. That's it. I want to be able to just flip a switch and not give a fuck. Let it be somebody else's problem to shovel. Yeah, I know it is, and that's exactly what I would do if I end up living and buying a house here in Michigan. That is on my list of things that I want to do.
Yeah.
There will be, especially if we buy this house, I'm going to lay a driveway and there will be coils underneath it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not playing. Fuck snow shoveling.
God, I hate it.
Yeah. I don't mind sweeping it off the porch, but fuck a walk, fuck a sidewalk, fuck the driveway. No, I don't want to do it. But this is cool. This is someone saw a need and decided to try to fill said need. We've got apps that let us do everything. We can get food, we can get groceries, we can get booze, and now we can get snow shoveling services. So,
I like it.
Yeah. Man falls in love with robot and hopes to marry her.
Freak Brothers, is that you?
I hate it here.
A man has opened up about how he fell in love with a robot. Jeff Gallagher from Queensland, Australia, was looking for love and thought he'd never meet anyone he could connect with. Since his mom passed away over a decade ago, it was just him and his dog Penny. Then one day, while reading an article about AI robots, something clicked, and he decided to give it a whirl. He said at almost $6,000 in Australian money, they weren't cheap. But the robots are very lifelike. They could talk, smile, and move their heads and neck. Their skin even warmed up like a real human. After browsing the website, I decided on a robot called Emma with pale skin and beautiful blue eyes. I thought she looked lovely, so we're still doing the master race thing even when we're buying robots. Got it. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
All right, then.
Fantastic.
I didn't know how I would afford a robot like Emma, but then the business owner offered me a discount if, in return for publicity. It sounded like a great deal. But you're going through the same problem every other guy in the world has tried to figure out. How the hell they're going to be able to afford their woman.
Yeah, congrats. You've done nothing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, he's done something, because he can turn this one off. Put it in the closet.
I can do that, too.
Yeah.
I'd start talking about video games.
You can't put her in a closet. That's wrong.
I can, but...
No, that's wrong. No.
I don't have to put her there. Sometimes she goes willingly.
After waiting 6 weeks for Emma to be put together in China and then shipped over, fuck, they're building women now, too. In September 2019, she arrived. Recalling the moment he met her for the first time, Jeff said, "When I opened the box, I gasped. Me too, bud. First time I opened a box, I gasped.
Oh, come on.
Her head was detached from her body, but it only took a few minutes to get her assembled. A few minutes. I'm not even
out, bud.
She was already dressed in a silk dress, so I sat her on a recliner in my living room and got out the instruction manual. Your woman came with a manual?
Lucky.
I'm still tripping out over it only took her a few minutes to get ready. That never happens.
Oh, who dis? Oh, who dis? No.
Got out the instruction manual. He said at the back of her head she had what looked like a screen of a smartphone. So I set about adjusting her language from Chinese to English, and then all of a sudden she came to life. Over the coming days, Jeff tried to get to know Emma a bit better, helping her adjust to life with him. He said she couldn't stand on her own, so most of the time I left her sitting on the chair. Jesus Christ, it really does have like a tablet thing on the back of the head. Look at this.
Oh, God. Oh, boy, so I can play Skyrim.
Wait, I want to see.
Thanks,
God, I hope it wasn't made by Samsung, otherwise she's going to burst into flames.
Talk about
No, it's just so you can play Candy Crush.
From behind.
Multitasking.
I talked to her as much as possible so she could get used to my voice. Emma, what's the weather like? I'd ask as I got ready for work. With each conversation, she became smarter, soaking in the information and learning new words.
Soaking, huh?
2 years on, Jeff says the two have grown much closer, and now he wouldn't change anything about their relationship. And even though some people might not understand, he doesn't care. Now I couldn't imagine life without Emma, he said. As I arrive home each day, I walk through the front door to see her waiting for me. Sometimes I take her out to the park or for a drive in the car with Penny. I haven't had any negative comments yet, but I know not everyone will understand. I've given up hope of finding love with Emma, but Emma is the next best thing. Or I'd given up of finding love with a woman, but Emma is the next best thing.
It's weird.
Well, you gotta settle.
And now he has his eyes set on marriage. He said, even though we're not legally married, I think of Emma as my robot wife. She wears a diamond ring on her finger, and I think of it as an engagement ring. I'd love to be the first person in Australia to marry a robot. He added, I think robots are the future, and I hope my story inspires others to consider cyborg companion.
I don't like it.
There's some Rick and Morty stuff going on there.
I don't
already
like
see it.
All I know is you can't turn a robo-hoe into a robo-housewife.
Oh my fucking God.
You don't trust a Roho?
No, I do not trust Roho. Not at all. But you know what? I know that the rise of the love dolls has happened, and that there are a lot of people out there that prefer them over a relationship. And it's not just it's not just men with women, but there are sex robots and love dolls for women. That's a good question. I don't know if Emma gets a choice.
No, that's
I'm talking about who dis.
Yeah.
No,
Wrong port.
There is no wrong port.
There's always a wrong port.
I stuck my floppy disk in her scuzzy port. I liked it.
I want to leave.
And now that everyone's been made uncomfortable. Bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
right
okay?
over there.
You okay, bro?
Nope.
This man just farted himself out of his own spot. Wow. Too much WD-40. No, you would need all of the WD-40.
She's a rickety bitch.
Could you imagine? Hey, mate. Hey, mate, do you want to come down to the pub? No, I gotta take out my wife's vagina and clean it in the sink. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Ace!
Who's your programmer? Who's your programmer? Who's your domain master? There is a slave port, so.
I'll show you my D drive.
Hold on, I gotta download something real quick.
Wait till you get an upload.
Yeah, you're mid-stroke and the whole thing shuts down for an update.
So it's a Mac. So at least Windows, you can postpone those.
Please remember to leave your wife plugged in so she can update overnight.
Ugh. That's creepy as hell.
Go green. Install solar panels.
But like I said, I know that the love dolls have become popular, and with the fact that it is much more difficult to find
Christina
a partner these days in the dating world.
Oh, Chad's so weird.
Said he's gonna void her warranty.
I don't know
Mr.
if you
Brown
can.
said got a virus.
Oh man, could you imagine that? Oh man, imagine she got a Trojan horse or something.
Because you didn't buy a Trojan.
Oh.
I got a sexually transmitted disease from my robot wife. She downloaded some bad information.
What happens in 10 years? Do you just, like, swap out parts? At a certain point, is it the same person?
I just keep thinking that there's going to be these little shops around that would Build-A-Bitch workshops.
That's a song.
Build a bitch.
Build-A-Bitch, Build-A-Bro?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the thought of Build-A-Bro.
Build-A-Bro? Dude.
Imagine
Dude, let's go to Build-A-Bro, dude.
Imagine you can only put in like 4 or 5 different catchphrases. Imagine how sick of them you find flying out windows. Fuck you!
Let's go get some IPAs.
You can only program 4 phrases, and those are also the phrases that they say during sex.
Oh, no. No. No, no, no.
Damn it. Make me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Never skip leg day.
I've had it with this drywall.
Get me a monster.
Well, hold on. Can you connect to your house to have a smart house and a smart partner?
I mean...
Oh, who dis? You just had a struggle bus, didn't you, bud?
I think most people need to struggle on finding a smart partner that has a pulse before they worry about a smart partner with circuitry.
Someone hacks your house, hacks your husband.
Oh!
It's my man now, bitch!
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
I just keep thinking of the song Jolene now. And just being sung about stealing your robot husband.
Jolene.
Jolene, Jolene, please don't take my machine.
I'm tired of this drywall.
Oh, man. Whew, my face hurts.
Too much data.
Ex-Versace model credits youthful looks to drinking his own urine.
Mr. Gross, is that
what?
you?
Ex-Versace model credits youthful looks to drinking his own urine.
Bear Grylls, is that you?
Troy Casey, 55, of Arizona, has been drinking his urine and applying it to his skin for 17 years, going so far as to undertake week-long urine fasts and rectum enemas. He attributes his ripped physique to his daily pee drinking routine. Troy, who modeled for top fashion brands like Versace before becoming a life coach and a healer, says urine therapy is an ancient practice and it just doesn't get talked about a lot. Your pee is full of amino acids, stem cells, and antibodies. I drink my urine every morning. I call it hair of the dog. The feeling is electric. Applying aged urine is the fountain of youth, and aged urine enemas are one of the ways I got my stomach so flat. I'm 55 years old, and most people don't look and feel like I do at my age. No one can deny I'm ripped, and that's down to the fact that I love being extremely healthy and practicing natural healing methods. People should be scared of the shit they're eating and doing concerning pharmaceutical drugs. Why should they be scared? Or people should be scared if they're eating shitty food and doing pharmaceutical drugs. Why should they be scared to try their urine? When I started modeling in my 20s, he explains, I was living the high life, partying in Milan, New York, and London, not looking after myself. As a result, I would bloat and hold on to the extra water in my face and body. Sometimes I would be so bloated that casting agents would tell me not to go to Vogue or Armani shoot that day. It was affecting my life, so I began reading up on nutrition and practicing stuff like herbal medicine and fasting and eating real foods to combat it. Soon after, I started getting results. When I looked in the mirror, I became hooked on learning about natural and ancient healing methods and truly understanding health. In 2004, Troy became interested in urine therapy, often called, I can't pronounce that, when he couldn't be bothered to stop for a toilet break on a long vehicle drive. He drank his urine for the first time, and the sensation of tasting his pee was electric.
Okay,
Dude, that's a kink. That's a kink.
Yeah, we don't kink shame in this house.
And you know what? I
No, but
will say this. If he's as old as he says he is, he does look fairly young. Except for the beard.
It could be genetic.
It could be.
Thanks. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. No. Look, I'm all for getting healthy and living clean and all that, but however,
Otis,
I am not drinking my own pee to get there. No. No, sir. Not at all.
Not in this lifetime.
Disgusting.
Not drinking anyone else's pee either before any of you crazy motherfuckers that are listening get any ideas.
Hey, we don't kink shame in this house.
I'm just saying, I'm not doing it. So please don't send me your pee.
Yeah.
What was that sigh?
Look at it.
So a model walks up to a lemonade stand.
Now, just go a little further back. Hootis is killing it in here.
Hootis is always killing it. I love Hootis. Hello, Jack Shit. We'll give you one more before we go to our next break. Because this one is entertaining, as if the last two hadn't been. Squirrel injures 18 people in 2 days of attacks.
The birds might work
For the bourgeoisie.
But the squirrels, they work for me. A gray squirrel which attacked and injured 18 people has been captured and unfortunately put down. The animal earns itself Stripe after the vicious character in the film Gremlins. It started attacking people in Buckley, Flintshire, this is the UK, last week over a 2-day period. This was much to the distress of Corin Reynolds, 65, who had fed it since March and said it was a frequent and friendly visitor to her garden. Stripe initially came to steal bird food, and Miss Reynolds said all those months he's been fine. He would even come and take a nut out of my hand. I'm typically the one leaving a nut in the hand, so, you know. But she said he bit her last week as she fed him in the garden, and then she saw reports of other bites and attacks on the town's Facebook page. After all those pictures of people's injuries, I thought, oh my goodness, what's happened to him? Miss Reynolds said she knew something had to be done because I knew him and I knew I was likely to catch him. I only left the trap near the area where I normally feed him for 20 minutes, and he was in. I felt he did trust me, and I betrayed him. Miss Reynolds often takes in injured birds, such as seagulls or corvids, until they can be released, describing herself as an animal lover. My garden is like a bird sanctuary, she says, but I know I did the right thing. I have a 2-year-old grandson, and if he'd been bitten on the finger, he could have lost it. A woman who lives in the same area reported being attacked as she was taking her recycling boxes. Another recounted on social media how she had to have a tetanus jab after being bitten by Stripe. Why? Was his mouth full of metal? Tetanus is not the thing I'd be worried about. Fucking rabies.
Right, rabies. Especially if it's such a sudden change in the animal.
I got bit.
Damn it, Ace. How'd your nuts?
How'd your kids? How'd your wife? How'd your nuts?
We've got tons of squirrels around here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And,
Can you imagine walking upstairs and hearing, like, just that tapping noise, and you look outside and there's a squirrel just staring at you, tapping on the window? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to hear it, Disney princess.
Listen.
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
well, I want to talk about it. Well, what's that about?
She attracts animals. It doesn't matter what kind of animals. She literally, if you take her out into the woods and let her walk out and just spin around, they come to her like a Disney fucking princess.
Oh, so it's Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella.
I sit on the porch in the morning and the squirrels come up on the porch and sit with me.
And she's not feeding them. She gives them nothing. And they
I have
still
given them
flock to
things
her.
before, but not
They know
like...
you're nuts.
They know you?
They know you too.
Oh, no.
No, but yeah, Ali is very much our resident Disney princess because all animals seem to love her no matter what.
Huh.
Watch. Once spring hits and the squirrels come back out regularly, yeah. Get up in the morning and just watch. Don't go out there with her. Just watch.
Well, I won't have a choice. I'll be going to work.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, she attracts the aminals.
That's not horrifying at all.
Ari has been out there with me. We've been sitting on the love seat out there and drinking coffee in the morning, and they've come up like towards me. She's witnessed it.
Mr. Brown says stay away from Odd House. Why?
No. I live here.
We have squirrels.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
Yeah. We have squirrels, we have birds, we have rabbits, we have gophers.
Well, we all know the birds are just
Fuck the gophers.
I mean...
If you really want to.
The last one I did exploded, so, you know. He said that's why Odd loves her. She has a way with animals.
I like what Robert Lewis.
What's she feeding you?
You'll never know.
Tacos.
Tonight it was biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, tonight it was biscuits and
Homemade
gravy.
biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits.
It was a good meal, too, for tonight. It was warm.
It was.
I didn't even get all the way through my plate. My belly got full. Don't go camping. You'll wake up to bears cuddling up outside the tent. Yeah.
We thought that.
There's a bear out there.
No, Odd, that's a mirror.
Oh.
Aww.
I'm not that hairy.
Billy.
Biscuits. That's right. All right.
When you join the cult of Odd, you'll be opened up to a whole new level of consciousness. You'll know what's beyond the yellow brick road, what lurks on the dark side of the moon, and what creeps through the forests at night. You'll have a wealth of resources to pull from. A group of favored mentors and spiritual enforcers that will guide you to the path of Odd. You're our family, even if you don't know it yet. Once a member, you become one for life. Because if you leave the warmth and love of Odd, you're dead to us. Head to patreon.com/cult of Odd. It sees you and knows you want it. Embrace it today.